So it's happening. It is, in fact, happening. And we really haven't even gotten to the point of which we're really counting down for the end of the year celebration. It's 123. It's December 31st, 2023. And it's a unique time, but breaking news happening in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we've already had our first activated sleeper cell here, perhaps, maybe, possibly, and bad actor apprehended after putting so many people in harm's way, discharging his firearm and striking multiple structures, apprehended by police earlier this morning. But we mustn't ignore the warning signs that have been made abundantly clear. Not just from me sharing with you guys this latest news and breaking news and information on these videos, but from the White House, from FBI, from Homeland Security, from other channels that I know you guys watch that are also working to bring you guys this helpful information to stay safe, ready, get ready, prepare. And I came across a comment on a video that I released earlier today, and I can't say that I'm surprised by this comment, but I am a little worried and honestly disappointed. And the reason being is that I tell you guys all the time, you can't make this stuff up. But also, you don't have to. You don't need to. There's so much out there that's going on, that's happening. I know you guys can agree that you literally turn on the TV, you read the news, you scroll through any social media, you talk to people in general, and it's out there. It's happening right now. So the reason why it worries me and frightens me is because now I'm trying to determine and understand the reasoning behind why folks would insist that this information isn't true, insist that this is not real, insist that me, myself, personally, don't know what I'm talking about. Now, granted, yes, I am limited to the information provided to me based on the sources, albeit multiple sources. I don't, again, trust but verify. I never take anything for face value, and I encourage you guys to do the same. But I also don't immediately just jump out there and say, not real, not true, because that mentality that'll get you messed up. That'll get you hurt. So there needs to be a reasonable level of suspicious concern, and not necessarily being a pessimist all the time, but being real. You see what I'm saying? And being real will keep you safe. But what really worries me and frightens me the most is how people will then try to convince others to do the same. All I want you guys to do is be aware, be alert, be informed, be educated. Knowledge is the best prep. What you do from there, that's on you. But I don't want to create this false sense of security or hope by pretending that none of this is really happening, none of this is real. And I don't know if people are doing this because they're scared and they're afraid and they're frightened, or if they're doing it intentionally to weaken everybody else. Neither one of those is a really, really good way of preparing for what we are going to face in 2024. And if you think that any of this isn't real, any of this is fake, any of this is made up, well, just look at 2023. Just look at the last 3 months of 2023. Like, you can't make this stuff up. I don't want to sound like a broken record or cliche here, but that's just the honest truth. Now, this comment in particular was in regard to the mask mandates that are being implemented in multiple states. And look, you can look it up for yourself. It is happening. It is real. Interestingly enough, we went today to go get lunch. We skipped breakfast because we were rushing to get out of the hotel and make it to the family's house, the mom's house. And we skipped breakfast. And then Michelle, she ended up doing a Costco run with her mom. And then after that, we decided to do lunch. A little bit of a late lunch at that, but lunch nonetheless. So while we were at lunch, I went to go wash my hands, and I noticed something that I had never seen before. And actually, I think I've seen it before, but subconsciously and subliminally. So when I saw this sign, it kind of like was like, no, you've seen this before. You ever had that happen to you? It's like you've seen something before, but it never really stood out to you until you see it again in like a little bit of a different light, presented differently. Then it actually stands out to you. Then your brain starts to recall all the times that you have seen it before, and then it starts to connect the dots. Yeah, that was me today. And it was something that I feel like perhaps with the way things are going, again, profit over people, again, Pfizer, record profits, again, Moderna, stock price skyrocketed on a end of day closing, market close bombshell on Friday. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Convince the world that they're going to get sick, they're going to get ill, and they need to do all they can to protect themselves and their families. But ultimately, that just means spending money, okay? And these things cost money. So when I saw this, I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see it. And I saw this, kind of makes you think, kind of makes you wonder, yeah, I see what they're doing here. But again, I just want to share this with you guys to keep you in the know, keep you educated. Knowledge is the best prep. And I don't want to create this false idea, sense of security, where I know we're entering into 2024, which is going to be a pivotal year. It's going to make or break a lot of folks out there in a lot of different ways. And if they're not coming at you with a physical attack against you and your health, they will be coming after you with a personal financial attack against you and your money, you and your income, you and your savings, you and your investments, your retirement, your budget, if you've got one, all these things, they're targeting, okay? So this is why it's so important that we have these conversations and we have these discussions, because I don't want anybody to go into this situation thinking to themselves, oh, I didn't know, or I didn't know it was going to be this bad, or how could they let it happen like this, that, and the other. And the simple fact of the matter is you take the information that's made available to you, you trust but verify, and ultimately you use that to your advantage to formulate a strategy and a plan that you're then going to execute on. And you'll have to make minor adjustments here and there as time goes on and new information is made available to you. Even if all the information that they're presenting to us is in fact not true, is in fact manipulated, is in fact disinformation or misinformation, it is in fact the agenda that's being pushed the propaganda that's being used, and it is up to us to adjust and adapt accordingly. That's it. Plain and simple. Like, you know, whatever, even if they came out right now and said, you know, everything that you know, everything that you've seen, everything that you've experienced, everything that you've gone through, everything that you heard was a lie, it's still real. You can't take away what happened up until this point. You can't take away the last year, the last 2 years, the last 3 years. It still happened. They tell you, oh, well, they were lying to you all along. It still happened. You see what I'm saying? And we shouldn't, we mustn't ignore the warning signs. And that's exactly what I try to bring to you guys. Do what you may with that information. I hope you guys have a safe and a happy new year, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all the great things, and take care. See you soon. Bye.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake